Thank you, all of you, for coming. Question to the audience, what comes to mind when you hear SAP? Yeah, those terrible blue screens we have to enter our lead in, or raise purchase orders, or systems of record and back office. I think of Germans, I think of, well, Flexible was a quencher. Germans wearing blue suits personally. So I represent a business unit within SAP around customer experience. This might sound oxymoronic. When I take you through what our value statement is, it will be a lot clearer. How many of you use Qualtrics or heard of Qualtrics? Fantastic. So really what today is about is using the operational data, the experience data, ingesting data from all your customer interactions to provide your customers with relevant, engaging, personalized, contextual experiences. I was having an interesting conversation with the customer in Joburg yesterday in the automotive industry. They're quite desperate to start offering these phenomenal customer experiences. And I think there's a lot of fear that goes into doing these sort of things. They're going down the marketing automation route and they're looking at Salesforce or CRM. And really, that's just one piece of it. What the value proposition is to start gathering that information from your customers, the experience data, combining it with your system of record data, and then presenting personalized, meaningful interactions. Okay. So, how are you feeling?
On a scale of 1 to 5. Wait, 1 to 5? When it comes to feelings, it's more like 5 million. There's everything. To extremely happy. Really angry, actually really angry. Thank you. And C36B, angry. There's also apprehension. Regret. Oh, and there's empathy. Actually, what's the opposite of empathy? What if your business can understand what your customers are feeling and then do something about it? You can turn disappointment into gratitude. Can't working. Turn problems into opportunities. Change the future of your business. Change the whole experience. All right, who wants to go again? I have a really good feeling about this.
I think the important point there is about what if you could understand what your customers were feeling. Regardless of what industry you're in, retail, financial services, automotive, chemicals, etc. The industry stats are quite apparent. So 33% of customers will either brand off the refer experience. 91% of those customers won't return again, and 50% of people review. Okay? From a digital point of view, we know that close on 70% of all transactions originate via mobile, so customers researching. 94% of those transactions drop off. So we have the operational data and the click-through data that the transactions are dropping off, but why? Why is it happening? Okay. What we're doing through experience management, which I'll show you in a demo, is starting to collect that data. So why did you drop off the website? A pricing issue, was it a picture issue, was it a product issue, etc. Sales, so the industry has a 25% turnover per annum. People are losing sales reps. 50% of all transactions are concluded without the sales rep entirely. Okay? 13% of customers believe that sales reps actually understand what the businesses want or need. Service. Probably in any customer journey or interaction, service moments are the most key. A poor service interaction or a good service interaction are going to define whether the customer interacts with you further. And we're getting it wrong. Okay. 9% of CEOs believe that they're delivering a superior customer experience. A study done by Bain. What percentage do you guys think of customers agree? 15, 14, 30, 19. Okay, that's the experience gap. There's a huge gap between the operational data and the experience data, what customers actually feel, their sentiments. So how do you close the gap? How do you connect this journey? I think first and foremost, you've probably seen this diagram It's about acknowledging that customer journeys are fragmented, they're non-linear. Every customer journey is unique. It's about collecting the data through every interaction that the customer has, both operational data and experience data. I'll talk to you what that means shortly. Okay. Can anyone give me an example of operational data? Hard data. What's happening? Sales zones, cart abandonments, pick street, ERP data, CRM data, core resolution data. Okay. Experience data is why it's happening, the sentiment. What's happening? Why it's happening? The combination of those two are pretty important to really get a signal to your customer. Okay. So your own data, share a wallet, financials, cart abandonment. Your X data, why it's happening, your customer sentiment. Okay. And really what I'm going to show you is about, through any customer's interaction with you, any buyer circle, any journey, it's about collecting both pieces of data, the operational data and the experience data. And I'll talk you through an example of how we do that. Here's my example. I wanted to buy a mountain bike, a couple of kilos heavy, just a couple. I logged onto the website, got the bike with the images and all of the specifications. Now, through the power of Qualtrics, they're going to start asking you about my feelings, my impressions of the website. Is the product information clear? Is the imagery good? Are the specifications there? Okay? Prompting me to start really inputting experience data and combining that with the operational data. Okay? I then completed the purchase of the bike. I'm prompted to input more experience data. What was my feedback? Did I enjoy the bike? What did I like? What did I dislike? Okay, in this scenario, the feedback was positive. In this scenario, the feedback was negative. Okay. And I think all too many times we get this wrong. How do you close the loop? Okay, so customers are telling you the experience was rubbish. What are you doing with the information? And I think the key here is being able to ingest that information back into a system of record, the operational system. Now, the benefit of Qualtrics is it's system agnostic. You don't need to run SAP, you could run Salesforce, Adobe, Magento, etc. and start ingesting this experience data into your systems of record. Okay? We talk about it from a customer sales point of view. If you're using Salesforce, in this particular scenario, this is SAP Sales Cloud application. It's our mobile CRM capability. And essentially what I'm doing is passing in that experience data. A rep logs into his application, it's got a real-time view of his CSATs per customer. Okay? We're doing it at SAP, so often we're sending out surveys to our customers, rate your experience, give us your feedback. We're passing that information back into the CRM. So I, as a sales rep, am prepared prior to an engagement. Okay? From a service point of view, you want to create a ticket, pass it into your service-related capability so it can be escalated and dealt with accordingly. So it's about collecting the experience data, combining it with the operational data, and bringing it back into a system of record. You can really close the loop. Okay? One of the benefits of the Qualtrics application, depending on where you are within the organization, will determine the access you have from a reporting point of view. Whether it's these cool executive reports, whether it's branch reports or franchise-based reports, a real snapshot of how you're performing. And we ran a campaign with a customer a couple months back, and they sent out 2,000 SMSs on a Friday. As of Monday, they had 500 responses, and they were able to identify two issues. One is service, and the other is product delivery. Everything else the customers were happy with. So here's an example. I'm going to talk you through it as we play. But a customer's, sorry. So this is the SAP Financial Services Accelerator. It is an omni-channel commerce capability with the financial services flavor or template. Essentially, what's happening is the customer's logging onto the. I'm going to just go back one more. It plays. Here we go. Logging into Auto. All he is doing is applying for a quick quote. all going digital, who knows? An Artie in Alabama, date of birth. This could be anything. It could be applying for a loan, it could be buying a bicycle, it could be buying consumer products, selecting the applicable insurance, and capabilities to upsell and cross-sell, okay, systems of record, and you would have seen he clicked off, he dropped off the website, okay? So that's the click stream, it's the operational data, and now I'm starting to get information as to why you've dropped off the website. The price is too high, okay? And then what you'll see is, this is kind of the end result, but I'm ingesting that experience data into a marketing automation platform and sending out a specific survey to customers who have dropped off the website for a price-related issue. There's a quick view of the Qualtrics capabilities. I'm creating a survey. So intuitive and so simple and easy to use. See how quickly I'm doing it. Abandoned cart. There are my applicable dashboards on CSAT and NPS. And what I'm doing is I've opened up the SAP Marketing Cloud application where I'm creating a campaign to a segmented audience based on the defined list of customers who've set the price as an issue. Okay. So at a high level, from an SAP point of view, you know, I think we always thought of SAP as back office ERP. We do many other things in the customer experience space. Our marketing cloud application is an end-to-end automated marketing capability. Your commerce cloud capability is really omni-channel commerce tailored to certain industries. Our sales cloud is a mobile CRM, Salesforce automation capability. The service cloud is omni-channel service technically. But really the value proposition here from an end-to-end buyer journey is using the capabilities from SAP. You may not own them, you may not use them, you may have your own, but really plotting them across the entire end-to-end customer journey from being an identified contact to the final contract and offer, combining the operational data with the experience data throughout the entire user journey. Okay.
Dive into the diagnostics, into what customers were telling us they liked, and into what customers were telling us they didn't like. We actually look at all of the customer touch points. So from the first day a customer wakes up and says, hey, maybe someday I'll drive a Porsche, all the way through the consideration cycle and the shopping cycle and the buying cycle, are we missing touch points? Are there areas where we're not speaking with our customers or working enough with them? Are there areas where we're working too much or talking too much to them? And looking at that whole process and then building a future state version and then working to implement that vision. That involves literally every department, every team here at One Porsche Drive. We bring the dealers into this as well and work with them. All of the different groups that have any contact with the customer need to be involved in that process. One of the things that we did was create a virtual application, what we call our Porsche delivery app, to help customers get accustomed to their car before they even take delivery of their car. So while it's being shipped over to the United States from Germany, customers could learn about their car and actually use through an interactive app all of the features and functionalities and learn how to use those features before they got in their car so it would be more familiar to them. Because certainly when a car finally comes in and customers have waited, all they want to do is get behind the wheel and start driving. They don't want to learn how to use the nav or how does the seat memory work. Those are clearly super important things for the car, but at that point really all they want to do is get out on the road and drive.
It makes me a little depressed that I've got to drive back to the airport. My Uber car. So here are some examples I wanted to talk about. So leading hotels of the world, the hellishly expensive ones. Really what they've started to do is collect customer data on first interaction. In their case, it's the customer logging onto the website. They're starting to gather information around what experiences do you want, where do you want to stay, do you have kids, etc. They're using that operational data to personalize comms with customers. As a result of that, they're seeing an 18% booking increase just by understanding what customers want. I think far too often we're seeing things like Salesforce automation and new campaigns, and we actually don't know what customers want. Porsche implemented the solution across 198 dealerships. In the actual dealerships, how was the Wi-Fi? How was the coffee? Okay. Swiss Re, a global insurance company, one single voice of the customer platform, 90% decrease in research costs, 11,000 customers, 25 markets, 11 languages, one single voice of the customer platform. I love this example. It's a telco provider called Dish in the US. Essentially what they did is they plotted out the entire customer journey, from a customer logging onto a website to calling out a mobile technician to install a router. They're collecting operational data and experience data throughout that entire interaction of the customer. Churn is at a 17-year all-time low, so really great. And really, to be a leader in today's experience economy is about three things primarily. Number one, being able to listen. So collecting the experience data. Your customers want to give it to you. Understanding it, so using the power of the capability like Qualtrics to start identifying trends and causes and making recommendations. And number three, probably the most important, is being able to act on it, so close the loop. And in a lot of cases, to close the loop, you need a system of record. Okay, put the experience data back into your CRM or call center solution and get the issue resolved. That's me, thank you.